Hey guys! What the... Welcome to Doki Literature Club. What the freak happened? It's so dang big! It's too dang big, actually. Here, let me decrease the size so you can see it. Welcome to Doki. If you've heard about this game, you would know that it looks like an ordinary anime dating sim. But there's something behind the scenes. I know. Hey! Let's get started. Alright. Oh my god, I have to wait for it to frickin' work properly. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself make a day is kind of worse because you've known each other for too long. Alright, just step. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, we could oversleep and more frequently and get tired of waking up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalks and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha! Ha! I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, SGT fan. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think you're capable or something. You're a couple or something. Fine. But if you wait for me after all, I guess you don't have it in you to be mean if you don't want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. You cross the street together and make your way to school. As we draw near the streets, become increasingly speckled with other students. It's their daily commute. By the way, SGT fan, have you decided to join club yet? A club? I told you I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Eh? That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of the many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content on the average on spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you don't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm not surprised if I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind. I guess a little bit, even if she does not exaggerate everything in her head. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pick up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Story wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sorry, must have come to the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there spacing out, so I came in. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Special. Good afternoon. How are you doing today?
Hello.
Yeah, Special. Good afternoon. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Alright, that's wonderful. My name is Mr. James Miller, calling you from the Publishers Clearinghouse, alright?
Alright.
Do you remember receiving notification letters that we sent to you a few months ago from Publishers Clearinghouse?
No. I think you may have a wrong number, because I'm probably not the guy you're looking for. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. That was just a random caller. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, now what? Now what? Yeah. There is no way I'm going to join your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I thought I was well aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to start a new club. She was the first one to show interest. After the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. She said my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And Natsuke made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or she's so cunning as if she planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swing opens the classroom door. everyone in the room. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Leisure Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Girl 1. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? What's your problem? What's your problem with it? Way to kill the atmosphere. SGT fan. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? I guess you don't know that I space out a lot. If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. So a freshman! She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, SGT fan. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other, well, we rarely talk. But we were in the same class last year. Monica is probably the most popularly grown class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me genuine makes me a little. You too, Monica. Some sit down, SGT fan. We had room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is no space between Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches to the back table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. You're so cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with a mouthful and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around on my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you, anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori did. Well, maybe. But not for you. Not for you. Not for you, no, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before sitting next to the next to the cupcake tray. You keep the whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles at herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, you may be considered allergical. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be so embarrassed. We'll make you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You'd probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Aren't you a leader of the debate club? Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. If it feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare your for events, I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. If it encourages us to get into the literature, then Monica really is a great leader. Yuri nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. It makes school events like the festival much more important. I'm confident that we already grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls are interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. I thought I don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm in literature. So, SGT fan, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, about you, Yuri. Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The love of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up. that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories and deep psychological events usually immerse me as well. Is it amazing how much a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination, completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, you might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. Well, at least if the story makes me think or takes me to the other world, that I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often successful in changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes darted from me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the club last meeting. How do you manage to leave that? It looks like you work on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is so cute as you are. Sori saddles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. I'm not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing them that even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of your own. Then next time we'll share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now we have a new member. I think it will get us all a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, SGT fan? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we're back in the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with that what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori, they may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have the clubs ahead, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm so sorry, I thought. SGT fan, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? Alright. Alright. I'm gonna end this episode off. I'm gonna end this video off right here. Like and subscribe. I'm out.